The Loyalty Program: How Guilt Keeps Customers for Life. Part 5 of 10. Guilt doesn't want a one-time sale. It wants a lifetime membership. And the ego hides that membership in plain sight by rebranding guilt as grief, duty, and proof of love. It calls it devotion so you won't notice it is debt. It calls it care so you won't notice it is fear. It calls it responsibility so you won't notice it is punishment. The loyalty program is simple. Keep paying with sorrow and self-denial, and the ego will stamp your card, good person. Stop paying, and it threatens to revoke your standing with God, family, tribe, and self-image. You are told the perks are exclusive. You are promised access to higher love, true duty, real humility. But every perk is purchased with your peace. Every point you earn converts back into more guilt. The first disguise is grief. When someone dies, guilt whispers, if you stop grieving, you didn't really love them. When a chapter closes, it hisses, if you feel joy, you are betraying the past. It converts memory into a shrine where suffering is the candle that must never go out. Yet the Course says, the guiltless mind cannot suffer. If suffering is demanded, guilt is the priest, not love. The second disguise is duty. After all they've done for you, you owe them. Don't disappoint me. Carry the family story. Duty becomes a leash that chokes desire and calls the choking noble. But the Course is blunt. No real relationship can rest on guilt or even hold one spot of it to mar its purity. If duty is enforced with guilt, it is not love. It is control wearing ceremonial robes. The third disguise is proof of love. Show you care by hurting with me. Show you care by staying small so I feel safe. Show you care by choosing me over your joy. And the salesman smiles while the spirit shrinks. Love and guilt cannot coexist, and to accept one is to deny the other. So, if guilt is the proof, love has already been denied. How does the program retain its members? Auto-renewal. Dates on the calendar trigger invoices. Anniversaries of mistakes. Holidays that summon ghosts. Random Tuesdays when a song plays and the ad rolls again. The line item always reads the same. Interest due on separation. The Course exposes the mechanism. Guilt feelings are the preservers of time. Preserve guilt and the past remains payable, the future remains threatening, and the present remains inaccessible. That is the loyalty plan. Keep you paying forever. Because the ego knows that when you are present, its store is empty. Projection sweetens the deal. The mind offloads guilt onto others and calls the receipt justice. In every condemnation that you offer the Son of God lies the conviction of your own guilt. Every time you stamp someone else's membership card, you renew your own. Every time you say they should feel bad, the auto-renew on your account clicks forward another year. Return policies are the clincher. You can give it back after you've suffered enough. You can be free once you've proved you're sorry. But the fine print never ends. You cannot dispel guilt by making it real and then atoning for it. If guilt is made real first, any repayment is a new purchase. The loyalty algorithm tracks everything. A flicker of joy triggers a warning. A desire that doesn't match the family script triggers a fraud alert. Feeling peaceful when others are upset triggers an audit. The ego claims to be protecting morality, but it is only protecting its revenue. If the ego is the symbol of the separation, it is also the symbol of guilt. As long as guilt is believed, separation stays solvent. So how do you cancel the membership without becoming cold or careless? First, name the disguise out loud. This grief is being used as proof, not as love. This duty is fear of rejection, not devotion. This proof of love is a purchase order for my peace. Naming breaks the trance because the program relies on euphemisms. Second, refuse the auto-renew. When the old date, voice, or memory tries to charge your account, decline the transaction. Say, there can be no case against a child of God, and every witness to guilt in God's creations is bearing false witness to God Himself. If there is no case, there is no court. If there is no court, there is no sentence. If there is no sentence, there is no debt. And if there is no debt, there is nothing to renew. Third, accept correction instead of punishment. The Holy Spirit corrects by shining, not by shaming. What is truly blessed is incapable of giving rise to guilt and must give rise to joy. If the correction ends in joy, it was guidance. If it ends in guilt, it was salesmanship. Fourth, release your brother from the plan you wrote for him. With everyone whom you release from guilt, great is the joy in heaven. Let them be free of your invoices, and you will discover yours vanish with theirs. Fifth, remember your identity. You remain as God created you. Identity cancels all contracts because contracts depend on lack. Where wholeness is remembered, nothing needs to be bought. What about the fear that cancelling guilt will make you irresponsible? The ego insists guilt is the only brake on selfishness. But guilt never prevented harm. It only hid the cause and multiplied the pain. Responsibility without guilt is clarity. It sees the mistaken thought and chooses again without the theatre of self-attack. It apologizes when needed, amends what can be amended, and then refuses to worship the past. Make no one fearful, for his guilt is yours. If you frighten yourself or another into compliance, you have paid with the only thing that matters, peace. The loyalty program also sells status, gold-tier martyrs, platinum-level self-deniers, influencers of suffering. But the Holy Spirit does not recognize rank in sorrow. He recognizes only light. And light cannot be tiered. That is why the program hates quiet happiness. Happiness requires no points. No public displays. No receipts. It simply extends itself. Joy is the one thing the store cannot stock. It cannot be packaged, priced, or put behind glass. Joy is also the one thing you do not lose by giving. The more it is extended, the more it is seen. So keep only what cannot be sold, the joy that needs no receipt. Let every other benefit lapse. Let the card expire. Let the emails go unopened. Let the reminders pass without reply. The account closes itself when it is no longer valued. You will not receive a confirmation because there was never a real account. Only a habit of paying for what was free. The moment you stop paying, you notice something the store hid very well. The doors were never locked. The sky was always visible through the atrium. And the friend who walked you in is still walking you out. Tomorrow we continue the cancellations. Part 6 turns from personal subscriptions to inherited ones. The family plan, the cultural plan, the historical plan, where guilt is passed down like a last name and billed as heritage. We will end those auto-renewals too. Nothing real is lost, and what is real cannot be threatened.